everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lacquer Lover, and this video is another swatch and review. This is Essie's Handmade with Love collection, which is a 9-piece set that they have for summer 2022. And these 9-piece sets are pretty common now, I guess. Essie routinely comes out with these throughout the years, and this is just the summer/midsummer one. And the description that they have is Handmade with Love collection featuring 9 mid-tone and vibrant creme shades designed to spark creativity and joyful self-expression all year long. So I guess that description pretty much encompasses all these colors here, and as mentioned, these are all cremes, so they do have that lovely Essie creme formula, which I will be showing you guys on my nails shortly. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the colors. Underneath my swatches, I'm applying base coat to protect my natural nails. The first polish is called Cut It Out, and this is a warm light gray. It at first reminded me of Press Pause, but Press Pause is a lot cooler, and this one I would describe as an elephant gray. I love how light it is. It is definitely a palette cleanser shade that will go really well with a lot of skin tones and outfits, so a really nice staple to add to any collection. And of course the formula is amazing because it is that beautiful creamy Essie creme formula. So here is 2 coats of Cut It Out, and I think the swatch photo here really brings out the warm undertones. And the next polish is called So Gifted, and this is a light kind of bleached peach nude polish. This one is so beautiful. It honestly reminds me of another polish they have from summer 2019, and that was a demi matte, as with the rest of that collection. It was called In Full Swing, and it was really gorgeous. It was just a bit difficult to work with because it does dry so quickly for being matte, but this one is glossy and really easy to work with. I think this is a great shade for the beach and for those wanting to look tanner in the summer. 3 coats for full coverage is not bad at all for this light shade, and I think it is another staple for any nail polish collection. The next polish is the namesake of the collection, Handmade with Love, and it is a bright orangey red, perfect for the summer. When I started applying it, I noticed that the base was quite sheer and translucent in nature, so it does have that squishy, crelly feel to it, but it does build up really nicely and it levels out really well as well. So I didn't have any trouble applying this one, and because it is a very pigmented color, I would recommend that you apply a nice base coat and maybe even 2 layers of it to protect your nails from staining, of course. But this is 2 coats of Handmade with Love. I love this color. I think it's great for the summer. And the next polish is called To DIY For or To Die For, and this is a dusty, almost burnt orange, but it has a brighter quality to it as well. As you can see when I'm going in, it kind of has a similar formula to Handmade with Love. It has a little bit of squishiness to it, and because of that, when it dries, you do see a lot of the streaks and the patchiness and baldness come to the surface. So you want to be careful and apply as many coats as you need to opacity. And for me, that was 2 coats, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I think this is a kind of transitional shade from summer to fall. And the next polish is kind of a magenta creme called Pencil Me In. I'm usually not a fan of these kind of pinks. I don't wear pink a lot, and this one is very cool toned, but I did kind of enjoy this one. When I got it on my nails, I was getting a lot of retro 80s vibes from it, so I think it would make for some fun nail art, and it's a lot cooler on the nails, so I enjoyed that aspect very much, and I think I will get some use out of this polish. 2 coats, full coverage, and a pretty unique pink. And the next polish is called Paintbrush It Off, and this is an orangey tan brown polish. This one is absolutely gorgeous. I love the name as well. I think it is so cute. I feel like mainstream brands tend to make cooler browns, maybe because there's a larger consumer base for those browns, but I am such a fan of these warmer browns, and I feel like they need to make more of these. I love how it looks against my skin tone, and I'm always in need for a shade like this whenever I'm doing nail art, so I am so excited to add this to my collection. 2 coats of Paintbrush It Off, and this is a lovely brown for the fall. And the next polish is Crochet Away, which is a cooler brown. I find that these types of browns are kind of a compromise between the warmer browns that I just mentioned and a gray, so it's a nice in-between, and again, a palette cleanser shade that will be perfect for the fall time. Having both of these browns in the same collection also allows the customer to pick the shade that fits their skin tone best, so I like that they have that option as well. 2 coats for full coverage of Crochet Away, and it is giving me coffee vibes. And the next polish is called Piece of Work. This is described as a lime green with yellow undertones. I would also add that it gives me pear vibes as well, but that's mostly because it looks very similar to this OPI polish from their spring 2021 collection called Paradise Cove, and they're nearly identical, so if you have that one, you probably don't need this one. This one also reminded me of Essie's My Happy Base from their fall 2021 collection, although that one is more yellow and dill pickle like, and it's also more mid-tone and suited for the fall, but this one is definitely brighter, lighter, and really good for the summer. I did mess up the first coat, but I was able to cover everything up with the second, so it was not a big deal. This is 2 coats of Piece of Work, and it is a more adventurous shade, but if you're into greens, then this is a great yellowy green or chartreuse to add to your collection. And the final polish in this collection is called In Pursuit of Craftiness. I love the name, but this polish took me forever to find. I remember when the whole collection was finally posted on Ulta, this polish immediately sold out. It was not on Amazon for months, and I really had to go through a lot to get it, but I'm really happy that I got it because it is a nice, really light kind of blue leaning purple, and it's not like any purple in my collection, not exact at least, so it has a place in my collection and I love it. I love purples. I think most people do as well. I feel like it's up there with pinks and reds and maybe corals. So it's a really nice one to add to your collection, very subtle and a great palette cleanser shade. Alright, that was my swatch and review of Essie's Handmade with Love collection. My favorite in this collection is So Gifted. It honestly surprised me because it's a pretty boring shade compared to the rest, but I think it matches my skin tone really nicely and it's like my favorite polish of that shade and that color. And the rest were pretty hard to rank because I think they're really nice colors. They're very versatile and I'll be able to use them a lot in, you know, various nail art and just on its own. I just find it really funny that it took me forever to get this collection. And yeah, that's it for this collection. I hope you enjoyed watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye everyone!